we're gonna look at the bench press. And what I want them to do when they're setting up on the bench press is I wanna make sure their feet stay driving into the floor. That way we're engaging those glutes, engaging those legs. I mean, we want it to turn into a full body exercise. We'll lay back, we're gonna retract those shoulder blades, pinch them together like you're gonna pinch my finger. That way it sets those scapula and it gives you more shoulder stability. We'll get them to set usually a thumb width from the smooth, or based off the rings, we'll get them to set up maybe just outside of shoulder width. And then I'll get them to unrack the bar, and I tell them, hey, let's bend that bar together. And what happens is you see how his elbows rotate in when we begin to bend that bar together. We'll aim just below the chest, and then we'll drive back up. Just like you would if you were gonna push somebody. You're not gonna push them with your elbows out wide, but you're gonna push them with those elbows in tight while all driving into the floor as well. To engage those hips. That's why you'll see sometimes people when they're pressing, they'll push their hips up off the bench, and it's because they're trying to get as much engagement as they can to drive that bar up. But what happens when you bend that bar is it begins to engage that upper back and engage those lats, and that's what's going to help you drive out of the bottom of that bench press. That's where you're going to see guys benching over 400 pounds. It's because they got good lat engagement, they got good tricep engagement, and they're using their major movers like their pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. They're using their lats, they're using their triceps. It's not a shoulder exercise, but when you start seeing those elbows flare, it starts turning into a shoulder exercise. And you can see the bar path here. He hits below the chest, and then he kind of drives back over his chin. And that's what you want to see, and especially with the younger athletes, you want them to get used to this motion.